Okay, and welcome back. What we're going to do is I'm going to do this worksheet together with you. First of all, you have to gather your tools. Notice I have a ruler, I have an HB pencil, and then I have my 8B pencil, okay? And you might have different grades, but have something like an HB or even a 2H or 4H, and then something to shade with, a B pencil. I have my kneaded eraser, I have my hard rubber eraser, I have my blending implements, which is the tortillon, and I also have a tissue. I have a sandpaper block, and you can use regular sandpaper or nothing at all. And this refreshes the tortillon. It also can tune up the graphite of any pencil. My sharpening tools, I have an X-Acto knife handy, which is not required, but if you have one, you might want to use it later on. And I have a pencil sharpener. Okay, let's go. So my first, I'm going to move this out here, check the focus. Alright, good. My first technique to shade is called hatching. I'm going to use my 8B pencil, and what I'm doing is, let's pretend that my light source is over here to your left. Okay. Hatching is nothing more than a series of lines placed apart to create value. And what I'm doing is I'm going to increase the number of lines while I decrease the space between in order to achieve different values. Sorry, sometimes it's hard to draw and talk at the same time. But you see there, I have 3 different values very simply. Okay, I'm going to switch over to my HB pencil and draw just a simple shape to show you how this works in action while you're shading form. Just going to draw a simple cube. And now this time my light source is coming from the right. Okay? What do? Well, if you have to imagine, this side of my cube gets a lot of light. So really, I'm not even going to fill a lot of that with any kind of hatching. But notice the angle of my hatch lines imitates the angle of the side. What would be the second darkest? Probably the top. And as I'm including my hatching lines, look, I can only get 2 or 3 in here. I'm going to neaten up the side of that cube. Okay? What would be the absolute darkest side of this cube is going to be my front. Okay? Because it's not facing the light whatsoever. So my lines on the front, notice I'm going to use this direction, my vertical direction. They're going to be tighter, spaced together more closely. Okay? And then, as I get to this left side of the cube, I might even throw a couple more in there just to indicate that this is the darkest area. Okay, very simple. Hatching very simple. We'll move on to cross hatching. Thank you very much.